Noah, do you want to do a little Rick Beato?
Quick Beato off.
With Richard Rubin. Did you watch this already, Noah?
I did not. Saw that it existed and I watched one clip.
Okay, I'm going to skip through the beginning because he's talking about his childhood. Boring.
Jimmy Spicer. They were the rapper.
All right, what he's influenced by, don't care. Okay. This is cool. Ooh. Who is this? This is awesome.
No idea.
Okay, I got to rewind it.
And that was LL Cool J. It said ladies love Cool J. And then LL came to visit, or I called LL and he came.
Came to the dorm room.
Yeah. Yeah. He was 16. I remember the first thing he said.
So are they playing a song off LL Cool J's radio?
That would be my guess.
He's like, "Are you Rick?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "I thought you were black." At that time, nobody white was involved in rap music at all. It was a really small movement and completely underground. But L came over. He had a book full of rhymes, rhymed for me. And then we decided to make a recording, which we then moved. Instead of Power Play, that was the first one, because It's Yours, we made it Power Play. The first record we didn't make it Power Play was I Need a Beat, was LL's first record, and we recorded that at what I called Chungking's House of Metal, because it was really called Secret Sound, and it was such a dump. It was worse of a dump than the place we had been recording before, up 5 flights of stairs in Chinatown. Oof. And the proprietor's name was John King, so I called it Chungking House of Metal. Because I wanted it to have more cachet than what it really was, which was this really bad place.
Rick, would they have a 2-inch 24 track, or was this on 16 track?
16 24.
Okay.
They had great equipment. The reason we went there was an engineer named Jay Burnett, who made a record that I loved, that was hard to get. It was hard to get and hard to hear, but sometimes you'd hear it at the rap clubs.
So are they about to play Jay Burnett? Like an obscure? So it's one of the two, right?
I don't know.
We're about to find out.
It was called Drum Machine.
Okay.
Have you ever heard it?
No.
I think that's what it is. Jay Burnett Drum Machine. And it's got the click track on? It's got the click track on.
Yeah. It's fast.
This is sick. I love it. I love the simplicity of it. It's just vocals and drums.
Yeah.
But the flange automation that they're doing elevates it.
Even the click track.
The click track is cool.
Yeah.
I like the little minimal funky bass stuff that was going on in the beginning.
Is it true that the Run DMC guys didn't want to do the song
do it the
you
lighter.
suggested doing Walk This Way, that they didn't want to do it?
They were up for using the music. They were up for the track.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to say the words. They didn't want to do a cover song. They loved the music, but they didn't like the song.
Okay, so how did you convince them to do that?
I don't think I was able to convince them, and Russell, who was Run's brother, eventually said, "Just do what Rick says." That's how I think it happened. And I explained to them it was a demonstration of something. It was the purpose of the song, of doing that song. We'd already finished the album.
Yeah.
So I think the deep question that people like to ask about Rick Rubin is it an act, or is it real, or is it some grayscale in between? Right? Isn't that usually the conversation? Like, for example, Corey Taylor from Slipknot thinks it's a joke. It's a farce. But then, of course...
he produced their best album.
Volume 3?
Yeah.
I love Volume 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You know what? It might be my favorite Slipknot album.
Yeah.
I don't think that's as controversial as maybe some would think it is, but
I think that asking whether it's an act or not is a little bit besides the point.
It's almost rhetorical.
Yeah, because he's getting good results.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, didn't he produce Yeezus?
I think
he doesn't always get good results though.
No, but
sometimes he gets terrible results when it comes to
metal,
songwriting, production choices, mixing choices, and mastering choices, i.e., Stadium Arcadium, right?
Yeah.
Like almost all the decisions made on that record are the wrong ones.
That's what we think. But actually, Stadium Arcadium,
One of their best-selling albums.
yeah, and like the generation
Good point, Noah.
Z's love it.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers are as relevant as ever.
Why? Why that album?
I don't know. I think it's bad. But Snow, Heyo, Danny California, songs that we thought were derivative jokes have turned into classics of theirs. I mean, let's go. If you go to Spotify, let's look at their most streamed songs. You'd be shocked. Stadium Arcadium is popular.
They have 37,000 monthly listeners.
Oh my goodness. So,
Oh my god.
yeah. See,
Snow O has over 1 billion streams.
See, that's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Snow O. Hey yo, listen what I say. Yo.
You bought this compact.
This was the last compact disc I ever bought, Noah.
And we thought it was not good.
Red Hot Chili Pepper Stadium Arcadium and Tool 10,000 Days were the last compact discs I ever bought.
I think the last compact disc I ever bought was Snoop Dogg's The Blue Carpet Treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see there, Snow Heyo, which we thought was a joke song, is super popular.
Wow.
Over 1 billion. On par with things off Californication and Blood, Sex, Sugar, Magic.
Wild.
And we'd become friends. And then I was going to California to make the first record I made in California was Slayer's first album, Raining
Great album.
Yep, there's another great one.
Blood.
Yep.
Rain in Blood.
Rain in Blood, yeah.
The song's called Raining Blood.
Raining.
But Rick Rubin is at his best when he's doing hardcore shit, for lack of a better term, whether it's like extreme rap or extreme metal for the times, right? For the 80s. As opposed to rock records or something. I don't know.
But that's what you think.
You're right again. Okay.
Again, like, because the Johnny Cash stuff, for instance, it solidified Johnny Cash in, like, the modern consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
But I bet you don't
Rain
like
in Blood
those.
is the album. I asked him if he wanted to engineer the record, and I played him. I remember this. He came to where I was living, which was on Broadway in this weird loft. So I'd moved out of the dorm, and we had already bought the Def Jam building, but
He does look like a cartoonish god figure, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's going
Even the sandals, his barefoot.
going for, like, a Buddha vibe.
Do you think he's a bit of a cult leader?
He's
Or
something.
is he a spiritual leader?
Yeah.
Is he more of a spiritual leader than like a music knower?
I mean, those things are adjacent.
They're adjacent. Yeah. They work together. They
There's
collaborate.
like the Rivers Cuomo story about him. You know this one?
What is it?
Where, like, he's going to produce a Weezer album,
Right.
and he comes in, and he brings them Queen, We Will Rock You. And he tells Rivers, I need you to rewrite this song. And Rivers Cuomo was like, what? What?
Oh my God. Is that Beverly Hills?
Correct.
Oh, but oh my God. I didn't know that. Beverly Hills is not only one of the worst Weezer singles, but is just a shittier sweater song, which is one of the best Weezer singles.
Right. But it's one of the most popular Weezer songs.
Yeah.
So not only is Rick blending music and spirituality, but he's blending commerce. He understands what the masses want. Like, even with us, like a Slipknot Volume 3, for instance, suddenly Slipknot are making, like, pop hits.
Right. Right.
Or something like Snow Heyo, which you think is a dreadful piece
Of shit.
and the masses think is an all-time Chili Peppers classic.
Right.
Yeah. So he understands these things on a deeper level in terms of, like, what the masses want to listen to. It's the same. He was just talking about that with Run DMC doing the Walk This Way collab with Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Like, on the face of it, a terrible idea. But it, like, revived both of their careers.
Right.
it wasn't ready for me to live in yet.
Okay.
So I was living in this weird, it was really a hallway where they put up a sheetrock wall so that the hallway became smaller and my apartment was the other half of the hallway.
Okay.
So it was really long and tall,
Yeah.
but super narrow.
Right.
And I remember Andy came over and I played him a few different records, AC/DC,
Who's
Metallica,
Andy?
Is he in Slayer?
Yeah, thank you.
And I had a theory. Now, this is not
A
based
Theory of a Dead Man?
Probably not.
on being a musician. This is not based on being a technical person. This is based on being a fan and theoretical, just thoughts. So when I hear very fast music like Metallica, and the sounds are big sounds like on rock records,
Also, Death Magnetic is a middling album.
Did he do Death Magnetic?
He produced Death Magnetic, but also it's been lambasted for its poor mastering, which was by Mr. Sheps, right?
I don't know.
The Shepsman? Anyway.
I just completely ignored Death Magnetic. I didn't even let it permeate my consciousness.
Yeah. It's basically a weaker, much weaker Injustice.